Yo, what up YouTube EX? It's your boy Daddy Easy here, iPod jailbreak hacker, otherwise known as Only Use Me Tomahawks. Some of you guys may know me as Easy, like I always say, to the black to the blow, my avatar on my YouTube channel. Yeah, buddy, so I'm back with another video for you guys right now. So we're going to be talking about the Tower 600. This is the bubble pink version. So I built inside of it. I got the full build done. I'm gonna be showing you some videos on screen now. Some of it I did do some little bit of customization and stuff on here. So I want to try to do this video as fast as possible. I'm not going to try to take up too much of your time, and I don't want to push out this video. I really don't care if I really don't care about how long it goes. Normally you gotta wait 9 minutes before you can actually get put ads and stuff on it. I don't care. I'm just gonna try to get through this thing as fast as possible. I am tired though, bro. All right, so there is like a couple of cons on this case. To be honest, it's an easy case. I love it. Two different ways. Actually, it's about 3 different ways you can actually stand up this case. One, you can have it stand up straight up vertically, straight up and down like that, or you could turn it to the side, or you can flip it around and do it the opposite way. So if you flip it upside down and have basically the GPU upside down, what you want to do is, if you do go about doing that, what you might want to do is actually, you might want to just, if you're using an AIO, you might just want to take the one from the bottom and just reverse it up top. And just, it's easy. It's like 2 screws to get the side panels out where your fans go out. You just unscrew that and just pop it out. I use like Unifan types that has a fast connector that you just plug it into the side and that's it, like the Leon Lee's. You just take that side panel off, take out the 2 screws, which is very quick. Take the cage out with your fan, unplug the fan out, reverse it around. It takes probably about 5 minutes or less, depending if you have a setup like I do. You can do it like that. You can also flip the thing upside down. So basically you have the IO. So literally you can literally take this thing and just completely flip it upside down if that's what you want to do. I mean, I said it's 3 ways to do it, but it's literally 4. You can do a vertical up like that, or you can just completely flip it around and do it like that if you want to. I may do that because that means that the cords is more at the bottom part instead of being at the top, at the IO. So the only problem is if you do that, once you do that, you're going to just have a problem when you need to get to the motherboard, and that's one of the cons that I need to tell you about. If you do it like that, you have to get your cord set up and just lock it into place, but then that means you have to keep lifting up every time you want to remove an HDMI or a USB cord like that. So I would just do it, but you can flip it directly upside down, horizontal. Like I said, you do it vertical also. I mean vertical, and you can do it horizontal. You can put it to the left side or the right side. Just flip it around. If you flip it around, have the IO. When you first get it, the IO is going to be on that side. When you do get it and you want to flip it the other way, you flip it that way and the IO is going to be on that side. I can't really tell you because I don't know which way my camera is actually facing, but my right now, and I don't know how it is on your screen, but this is my right hand and this is my left hand right now. If you put it down towards the left side, which is going to be my left hand, this is my left hand. I don't know what side I actually seen this, but this is my left hand, right? That's where the IO is going to actually be facing. But if you put it down towards the other side, which is going to be the right hand, it's going to be this way. So if you put it to the right side, that means you're going to have to flip your AIO upside down, take it from the bottom part and put it up top like that. So you get basically what I'm saying really fast. It's a lot of removable parts on there. On the back of the case, you can actually put 2 120s or 2 140s on the back of it. I suggest if you are going to do this, try to use the wireless fans that came out that I believe ThermalTake is actually coming out with. Or I believe the Leon Lee ones, they have wireless. Or you can just use it with the connector, and it's just a fast connect. You just unconnect it and you just be able to use it like that. You do get a extra fan underneath above where your PSU goes, your power supply. You can put a fan there. I have one there, and there's also another fan that you can put at the bottom, which you can place a 120 or a 140 at the bottom where the GPU is, depending on how big your GPU is. If you got a 4090 or a 4070 Ti Super, Like I got, that's a big card, so you actually have to move that plate off of there. But at the bottom, you can put a like I said, a fan right there. So in total, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You got 13 fans that you can actually put inside this case, which is crazy. So everything's removable on it. The front, when I was building in it, I kept dropping screws and stuff like that, and I keep forgetting where you put the LCD screen at. That's fully removable. If you remove that, you can actually see where your power supply is. And when I was building in it, I just kept forgetting that that part of on the cage, I'm sorry, on the case that where the LCD screen is removable. And I'm literally trying to go through the top and try to plug it in to get like my cords inside to the CPU, my 12 volt, the CPU, the SATA and stuff like that, cords into the PSU. And I just kept forgetting that I could just remove that part and just literally stick my hand in it and plug it directly in. And I just kept forgetting, because when you build with other cases, you don't have that type of access. This case has full access towards every part of the computer that you need, due towards the way how it's designed. You have full access towards it. So if you take off the two plates up the top, which you're going to see on the screen, if you remove those two right there, you'll be able to see your power supply. Then you have the extra slot where the GPU goes, and it's just a whole lot of room in there. Now on the back, if you do use the HDD, a hard disk drive, whatever, you it's only a room there for one. I was managed to get two, because you have that extra room where the fan actually goes at. You can actually put your extra hard disk drive, the big fat one. You can actually put that where the fan goes at, or you could do like I did. I just put it where one of the hard disk, your SDs can go at. I said SDs, my bad. One of your smaller drives that's go in the back. I just popped mine right there, just dropped it, and it fit perfectly. I just connected all the SATA cords towards it. I do have ARGB adapters on there, hubs on there, so it was kind of hard up there to try to like do a lot of cable management. But if I remove those hubs out of it, it's the cable management on it is just fine. It's just because I have some extra hubs in the back, so I can get one side blue or in the other side pink like that, or whatever colors I want. I'm able to use two different sides of RGBs, so I can have one side blue and other side pink, or one side green and other side orange like that. Just color connection, how I basically want to do it. So yeah, you do have that. So the cons is only two cons to this case. One happens to be the IO. When you buy this case, just keep in mind that because the way how the motherboard is going to go from your left to your right, right? Top of the motherboard where you plug in your CPU cords, bottom part where your GPU goes, where you put your HDMI stuff, where you put your HD cord at, the power reset, everything at is going to be on this side right there. Just remember that. So, actually, no, there's three cons I forgot to mention, and I'm going over the 9-minute mark because I'm talking a lot. The other con is when you plug in your USB 3.0 header, if you don't have a motherboard that's utilizes the back part of the motherboard for to put your cords in, I'm telling you this, and this is a big, big, big warning. Do not try to plug it in. Let me put it like this: if you plan on using fans to put it on the left side of the part where your GPU goes, if you plan on putting fans there, do not. And I repeat, do not try to put the USB 3.0 header between that and you try to use the fans, because you will break your header. All right, you do get two of those cords to go in there depending on your motherboard. I suggest you utilize both of it, because it does take multiple USB 3.0 headers on there. But if you are going to do it and you are going to put fans on towards the side part, reroute your cords. So the first USB 3.0 header, put it up towards where the HD audio goes, slide it down that way and connect it that way. That's just only if you plan on using a fan. The second HDMI 3.0, I say HDMI, the second USB on 3.0 header, you want to bring it down towards the bottom where your SATA connection is. That's basically what you connect to your hard disk drive. If you got that chunky one, you want to put it that way, reroute it and connect it towards the bottom and just reroute it like that. That's going to give you a lot of clearance so you can actually connect it. As you can see the video, as I'm talking, I'm showing you the video right now, showing you exactly where you want to put that at. So once you do that, that's just the only thing. And like I said, the first one was what I was talking about before I skipped it over. It's just the if you plan on using, if you put your case up vertically, make sure you have long HDMI cords and long DP cords, which is display port cords. Make sure you have long USB cords to going back to the IO. Because if you plan on putting this, like moving it further over, and you don't have it directly on your desk and you have it like on a stand, like something I have, HDMI cords is not so long, so you might want to invest into a long HDMI cord and a long DP cord, like I just said, and long USB cords. I'm telling you, because when you get this thing and you're using it vertically, you have to pop off the top part, then you have to take your USB cords. There's a slot in there, but you have to take it off, plug the cords into the thing. So basically, do I have any cords that I can basically try to demonstrate? I don't have no USB cords in front of me. Actually, I have this. All right. So let's say this is your cord, right? And it's plugged into your computer. What you basically have to do is take the cord, bend it down that way, and I'm getting text messages like crazy. So basically what you have to do is take your cord, you have to bend it down this way and plug it into the USB. So basically it's going to be like this. So here's the motherboard, here's the IO on the motherboard, the port right here. So you plug it in like this, and this is how your cord is going to look towards the motherboard. So you take the top case, let's just demonstrate, let's use this right here, right? So you're going to take this. This is basically how the hole looks on top of the case. It's going to go in like that. So that's how your cords is going to look in the back. Same thing with your HDMI cords and the USB cords. So it's going to look like that in the back with the thing. So yeah, just keep in mind you have to do that. So that's literally just the main problems with it. It's just really those two problems. Like I said, it is three. I can't think what the other one is. It's just the USB and HDMI port, and the one is basically with the USB 3.0 header. So that's just the main big parts. But other than that, I didn't really have much problems with the case. Just if you plan on doing that and you can't have extra if you don't have longer cords, you might want to buy the stand. Once you buy the stand, you can just turn it horizontal and just run it through that way. That'd be the easier thing. Or if you feel like that you don't want to put the extra $30 in to get the stand, you can always flip it upside down and just put the stuff in through the bottom, run it up that way. So that's the other option you can do. But there's really no cons on this as much as that. It's just those are the two problems I really ran into. There was 3 cons. I just can't think of it. If I'm saying I can't think of the third con, it's just not that major. And literally it's just the vertical part, which towards the IO, and the USB 3.0 headers is basically what the problem is. So those are just the 2 major cons on top of it. So yeah, I can't think of the third part. I probably said it already. I just can't remember it. Like I said, I'm tired. I just wanted to get this video out to you guys so you can actually see. Like I said, I did some modifications. You can do a lot of mods on here. I'm enjoying it. So to see CPP Tech, he told me about the Tower 300. I was gonna buy that, but the Tower 600 is not having the problems, and I'm just gonna have an update. I do a lot of controller reviews and stuff, as he knows, and GPU reviews and stuff like that. The thing is, I don't really unplug my HDMI cords. My things is everything that's in my HDMI that I have for HDMI or display, it's literally never being removed. I do have extension cords. What I mean by extension cords, I do have an extra do I have it sitting here? think it's one sitting over there. But I do have a 4K 144 hertz switcher that allows me to connect multiple monitors to one box, and I do have another one that allows me to switch it up by pressing a button. So I never, when I'm switching up monitors, I just use that one HDMI cord plug into my monitor, and that's just basically it. Then I have another monitor that shows the same duplicate towards another TV like that. The reason why I got it like that is so when I'm playing games or when I'm doing a stream, I have the extra part set up, and it's just basically duplicating it, so I don't have to duplicate it on the actual computer. It's actually duplicating towards another monitor, so I don't really have to do anything. So I have one part for my streaming, one part for my display, so I can actually see what's going on when I'm playing different games like that instead of just switching things over. If you go towards my older videos, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, guys, I made this video longer than expected. I was trying to do this as fast as possible, but I wanted to give you guys a big update towards this. So yeah, here's the modifications again. Hope you guys enjoy. Enjoy your Tower 600, Bubble Pink, and I'm going to catch you guys later. That's it, and I'm out. Deuces. One. Peace. Holla.